The city of hidden magic, London was like a massive labyrinth that never slept. While people vanished into its streets like shadows, the buildings whispered tales of history and secrets. But there was another side to this city, a side unseen by ordinary people, a magical world only known to the chosen ones. And today, that magical world was about to change Iris Morgan's life forever. Iris thought it was just another ordinary day when she woke up. As her alarm buzzed, one of the messy books on her bedside table fell to the floor. Sandwiched between the pages of the history book she was studying was an old photograph. It showed her speaking to a man she didn't recognize, yet his eyes held an enchanting allure. But it was impossible. She had no memory of this moment. On the back of the photograph, there was an inscription in faded handwriting. Fate always chooses the right time. Seek the answers in the shadows beneath the streetlights. The cryptic message and the photograph left Iris with a gnawing question. Who was this man? And why was this message so strange? Feeling overwhelmed, she stepped outside for fresh air, hoping to clear her mind. As she wandered through the chaotic streets of London, she noticed a peculiar play of light beneath the street lamps. For a fleeting moment, the shadows seemed to shimmer. The writing on the photograph came rushing back to her mind, and she was seized with fear. "Oh my God, what's happening?" she whispered to herself. Stopping in her tracks, she felt as though something was urging her to stay put. Just then, a man in a gray trench coat approached her. "At last, we found you," he said, his voice echoing strangely. Iris instinctively stepped back. "Who are you? What do you want from me?" The man reached into his pocket and pulled out a small pendant with a glowing blue stone. Handing it to her, he said, "This belongs to you. To understand the great war you're part of, I must return it to you." As soon as she took the pendant, her head began to spin and visions flooded her mind. Visions of places she'd never seen and people she didn't know. A grand library, ruins of buildings, and a dark cave flashed before her eyes. Amidst the visions, she noticed the man from the photograph helping her. The man watched her reaction with calm determination and spoke. "My name is Elias. I am part of the Ancient Guardians, a group tasked with maintaining the magical balance of the city and preserving its secrecy. And you, Iris, as a chosen one, are vital to this balance." Iris struggled to believe his words, but the pendant's energy and the vivid visions made it clear that her life was far from ordinary. "I'm just a university student. This can't be real. It's absurd," she stammered. Elias smiled. "Magic always surprises those who don't believe. But you, Iris, are tied to the very source of it. Dark forces are disrupting the balance of this city, and you're the one who can stop them. Come with me." Elias led Iris to one of the secret hubs of the magical world, the Shadow Library. Hidden beneath one of London's ancient buildings, the library housed magical books and artifacts from ages past. As Iris wandered through its halls, she felt like she was stepping into a world that had always been waiting for her. Yet, they weren't alone. Observing them silently from the shadows was a sharp-eyed woman with jet black hair. Her name was Selene, one of the leaders of the Ancient Guardians. Selene harbored a deep mistrust of Iris. "How can someone so ordinary be one of the chosen?" she asked Elias. "She's not ordinary, Selene," Elias replied calmly. "Anyone who can hold that pendant carries the blood of magic." As Iris delved deeper into the secrets of the magical world, she began to sense a growing tension between Elias and Selene. Selene's jealous glances didn't escape Iris's notice. It was as though Selene resented the bond forming between her and Elias. During her first week at the Shadow Library, Iris devoted herself to learning everything about the magical world. The Ancient Guardians were a secret society dedicated to preserving the magical equilibrium of the city. However, there was a darker truth Elias had yet to reveal. Divisions and power struggles existed even within the Guardians. Selene continued to question Iris's legitimacy, often raising doubts during the Guardians' meetings. While Elias always defended Iris, it became clear that Selene's objections were personal. Once, Elias and Selene had shared a forbidden love, something the magical world didn't tolerate. That secret lingered between them, adding tension to an already fraught situation. As Elias trained Iris, their connection deepened. Under his guidance, Iris not only learned spells, but also how to sharpen her instincts. The pendant's power began to influence her, occasionally causing her to glimpse future events. One night, Iris dreamt of standing before a large mirror. In its reflection was not herself, but a woman with eyes glowing with dark light. A woman she felt an inexplicable connection to. The woman whispered, "Light is only half the truth of magic, you are just the beginning." When Iris awoke, her heart pounded. The woman in her dream was Nyxian, a legendary figure who represented the dark side of magic. Though believed to have been destroyed long ago, Iris sensed she still existed. As Iris trained with Elias, Selene's jealousy grew uncontrollable. One night, Iris caught Selene performing a forbidden ritual using shadow magic, an outlawed energy source. Alarmed, Iris reported it to Elias, but his hesitation surprised her. "We should inform the Guardians immediately," Iris insisted. Elias sighed. "Selene may have lost her way, but you don't know her past. Facing her darkness could be dangerous for her and for you." Determined to stop Selene, Iris stood firm, but Selene's actions only worsened the fractures within the Guardians. When Selene discovered Elias and Iris's growing closeness, her anger erupted. Turning to forbidden powers, she sought to destroy the bond between them. Selene's obsession led her down a dark path that eventually drew her into an alliance with Nyxian's shadowy forces. As Iris and Elias prepared to confront Selene, they uncovered a shocking truth. Nyxian had once been one of the Guardians. Her descent into darkness was not born of evil, but of betrayal by those she trusted. The final showdown. In a climactic battle at an abandoned church, Selene attempted to summon Nyxian's spirit. The ritual spiraled out of control and Nyxian emerged, rejecting Selene as an ally and draining her power instead. Facing Nyxian, Iris used the pendant to forge a connection with her. Through this bond, she felt Nyxian's pain and betrayal. Nyxian whispered, "I was cast into darkness by the Guardian's own lies. You alone can end this cycle." Realizing that understanding, not destruction, was the key, Iris released Nyxian's spirit. In doing so, she broke the chain of darkness and brought balance to the magical world. Selene, weakened and remorseful, chose exile. Meanwhile, Iris and Elias became leaders in a new era of harmony, uniting light and shadow. From that day on, Iris's story became a legend, a symbol of hope, courage, and the power of understanding.